Good evening to all my wonderful viewers out there, and welcome back to another drop list video, the series where I cover all the items that are releasing in a specific week for various different streetwear brands. And in today's video, I'm going to be covering everything that dropped in week 2 of Palace's Spring 2025 collection. Yeah, we just mentioned it in a Streetwear Talk video, guys. We're going to be covering week 2 of Palace's Spring 2025 collection. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the release details, the seasonal pieces, the collaborative pieces that released with Death Note, and of course, my thoughts and opinions on the individual pieces and week as a whole. How we're going to cover all that is by using a Palace community page. We'll head on over to that page now and cover the release details to cover what released and when for week 2. So here we are at the Palace community page that we're going to be using today, guys. It'll be linked down in that description section below if you want to check out the items yourselves. But we'll quickly cover the release details of when week 2 dropped, and then we'll dive into all these pieces here if my Australian internet can actually load them. But the items that released in week 2 released on Valentine's Day 2025. They released in-store and online, and they would have also released a day later on the 15th of February for the Asian region, as Asia always gets the Palace release on the Saturday. Now, if you have any further questions on when and where it released, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'm more than happy to help you out. But now that we have covered the release details for week 2, let's get into the pieces and start covering it in further detail. We're going to start off with the Misa black black bag. Same. Look, this was the only accessory, if I remember correctly, that was shown in the editorial. They made a big, image to showcase it. It's fine. I liked that they went with accessories, but again, the excessive logo mania that I've kind of discredited this collaboration for is still present here. It's not something that I would ever wear, but I guess if you're a bigger fan of Death Note, then it could definitely be something that you'd be interested in, but probably not for me. Moving into the trousers, we have the Ryuk P45 jeans, so a very iconic silhouette of Palace with the, I would say the whole design of Ryuk across them, and it's okay. It's nothing too crazy for me. It's very loud. It's not very versatile with the loud graphic on it, and like I kind of talked about in the Streetwear Talk video, there's going to be a lot of perceptions on yourself for wearing an anime themed piece, which is perfectly fine, but you've really either got to lean into that or give off a cool factor, so that is kind of ignored. Just as my kind of thoughts on that. It's also $270, so with $270, I'd actually like to buy just some really nice denim jeans. For jeans at this price, for what this is, I don't think I would personally pick this up. Now into the shirting, this is quite an interesting button-up shirt. It's got an additional panel across the buttons to allow the print to look like it's covering the whole front of the piece. You'll also notice that the sleeves are very baggy compared to your traditional button-up shirt, because you can see how much they fan out along the arms there. Again, you'd honestly, with the style of shirt, you wouldn't be able to wear them as a Oxford shirt or anything like that, or in probably a professional setting. You would definitely have to treat this as an overshirt and wear it in a more streetwear aligned outfit, and that's perfectly fine, but it would be harder to wear it in a professional sense. Not impossible, but definitely harder to pull off. But for myself, for $200 US, I feel the same way about most of this Death Note collaboration. It's going to be a no from me. Now into the hats, we have actually some seasonal pieces. We have the stripe 9 cuff beanie. Don't mind this in a couple colors. The navy is quite nice. Oh, sorry, the black is quite nice. The navy's quite nice. I'll leave it at that. And then we have the Death Note trucker. This is actually okay in black or I think I might just stick with black actually, really for versatility, but this is one of the nicer pieces from the collaboration, definitely. Now to the jackets, we have Misa making a appearance again on a track jacket this time. I think the truest red ones are a bit excessive, and unless they have a matching bottom half, I think it's a miss. I think you would need the full tracksuit for it to kind of work with this collaboration. At this moment in time, it just looks like a Death Note tracksuit though, because the Palace element is kind of lost here, but I suppose you could argue that tracksuits are very typical of Palace, and there's your, I guess, Palace elements to this piece. You could argue that point, definitely. We've got the Ryuk jacket in a stonewash and black as well for almost $400 US. Nah, I'm sorry. There is legitimately really good heritage denim that you can buy for like that kind of price point. And even like Levi's is doing their blue tab series in 2025 for around that price or less. Nah, I can't do it. Can't do it. The navy one, I definitely agree with everyone's votes on this. It's definitely the best one. You probably don't need the matching pants for this one, but I probably would still want it just for aesthetic purposes and to have the full outfit. Now to the t-shirts, which we have quite a few of. We have the So Far t-shirt. This is just a seasonal piece from Palace that they release all the time, at least every year. Nice little logo t-shirt. It's nice in navy, it's nice in black, it's nice in white. All the colors that you'd probably see me wear, except for navy. Yeah, just simple, easy logo, nice piece. We have the Death Note long sleeve coming in a deep green, a white, a black. I think the black is the nicest, but I also think the green works quite well. I think the detailing is kind of lost in the white one. As much as I love white shirts, do you know what I mean? The skulls, they kind of lose their flair in this element here. We've then got the Death Note t-shirt coming in the truest red, blueberry, gray, black, navy, and white. I would agree that the white and the black are the best ones, but like I was saying in the Streetwear Talk collaboration, I think it revolves too much around, you know, logos, big text typography, all that stuff. Like, you could have probably replaced the characters' huge eyes, because anime, we've always got huge eyes. You could have replaced the pupils with Palace logos, or kept it even more subtle and done it as like it's made up of hundreds of little Palace logos and you can only tell when you look really close. Something like that. Play into the graphic. Don't just slap the big logos on it and then we know that it's a collaboration with them. I feel like if we kept it a bit more discreet, it could be a lot more interesting, but that's just my thoughts. Would I actually wear any of these t-shirts? Probably not. Now we have the basically a jogger and basic shell jogger pants. Very nice pants, nice colors all round. Can't really complain about these, but I do like pants with belt loops these days, and you know, suit pants, jeans, etc. So this, not really my thing unless I'm lounging at home. To the sweatshirts now, we have the matching sweatshirts to the pants that we just saw. Could be a very nice loungewear outfit if you get both. Can't complain about that. Just a solid crew-neck sweater we've seen many times on the channel before. And then we have the Misa zip hood sweatshirt coming in all the colors it comes in. That blue, I'm sorry, that's atrocious. You cannot see the design on that at all. It blends so much into the blue, it's so hard to see. The black one is the best, definitely. This one is the set. Yeah, I just agree with how it's laid out, except I'd put the green here instead of the blue. The blue is horrendous to see. But again, okay, I guess. I just feel like they could have done so much more with this collaboration and gone in so many other directions. And like, if I was to really sit down and think about it, we could have come up with other things, but that's just how I'm kind of feeling about it. But that is week 2 in its entirety. That is everything. And for me, There's not much here in week 2 that I actually like. Like, I like the Death Note long sleeve, probably because it screams more as just like a cool, edgy looking Palace long sleeve. Like the trucker hat as well. Like the basic stuff that released this week is fine as well. But beyond that, like the Death Note collaboration didn't wow me a lot. And I was kind of hoping to see more pieces when we did the drop list video today compared to the editorial that I did before. But still saying, like, I think it's nothing crazy and it's not as versatile as you would initially think. But that's just my takes on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on week 2, if it's a hit or a miss for you. How do you feel about the second week of the Spring 2025 collection? Is it a hit or a miss? Let me know down in that comment section below. And that's everything to cover with week 2. It dropped on Valentine's Day 2025, or the 15th if you live in Asia. We covered the seasonal pieces, the collaborative pieces, and my thoughts and opinions on the pieces and the week as a whole. And for me, it's not really doing much. Maybe it's because my tastes have changed over the years, but even so, like, I don't think I ever would have picked this up even when I was like, I guess in my like peak era of just consuming anything that was Palace or Supreme. Like, I feel like even then I would have been still hesitant on this stuff, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You know, is this collaboration awesome for Palace in 2025? Does it make for an awesome week 2? For me, I don't really think so. And of course, if you guys want me to keep covering upcoming weekly releases from Palace, or you just want me to catch up in general, you got to give me the 3 indicators I always ask you for, which is a like on this video, a comment in that comment section down below, and if you haven't already, the best indicator you can give me is a subscribe to the channel. As mentioned in previous uploads, I'm trying to hit the subscriber milestone of 3,940 subscribers, hopefully before the end of the month. Hopefully with your guys' continuous support, we should be able to reach that before the end of April. But that is all I have to say about week 2, guys. I'll move into the next weekly release and cover the next one, but thank you for tuning in. And until the next Palace video, until the next streetwear talk video, until the next drop list video in general, I'll catch you later.